Well, our beautiful habanero plant has yielded another massive harvest. I mean, that plant is going crazy. So now we have decided today that we're going to make a really super spicy chili jam. But look at all the fruits here. It's just amazing that you can get so much yield out of this.
Wow.
This plant is living the life here. But before we can make jam, we have to get to harvesting. So let's cut off the red and the orange ones here and get them in our bowl. We are looking for probably something in the vicinity of 1 kilo. Well, here's our yield.
That's impressive.
Quite impressive, yes. Again, we have to say, because we have other episodes where that plant has given tons of chilies. Anyway, let's see if we can fill all our jars here with jam when we are ready. And the small ones, we will use them for presents.
So you really want to kill people?
Oh, no. Love you. Here you go. No. It's not going to be that bad. And we have about the same amount of sweet red peppers that we're going to mix to make a nice flavor profile. So let's start with the big ones and get them prepped off with the tops here. And then we split them down the middle. And then we want to get rid of the seeds here. We don't want any of that. And also that little white stem in the middle, we want that gone also. And then we are simply going to chop them up in, let's say, not too small pieces, because at the end we are going to blend this a little bit. So we put these straight into our pot and we go on with the next one. For our chilies, I've put on a pair of gloves because, as a viewer noted when we did our pickled habaneros last time, that I should use gloves because chili oil gets in your skin and then you don't want to touch your eye or other parts of your body because it burns a lot.
Or your wife.
Or your wife. Exactly. But they get the same treatment, and the important part here is it's basically the same thing. We cut them down the middle and we want to get out all the seeds. And the reason for that is that they have a lot of heat, but they have no flavor. So we don't want them to be in there. Also aesthetically, it doesn't look nice. But we don't want that extra heat. There's plenty.
It's enough what we get from the flesh.
Plenty of heat in the flesh for sure. I think these are the ones we have here. This strand is 300,000 Scoville, something like that. It's like it's pretty heavy stuff. So out with the seeds. Just keep them this size, doesn't matter. Into the pot. This is a bit tedious, but that's how it is when you're making homemade jam. But look how many seeds there are. You don't want those. Half an hour of tedious work later, we have all our chilies and peppers here, 700 grams of each, and we have 700 milliliters of vinegar and 700 grams of sugar.
Hey, you got the jackpot.
Maybe we should play the lottery today. Apparently I'm lucky. But it's very simple. It all goes in straight in our pot. And we're going to start this on medium heat, I would say, a little bit more medium to high to bring it to a boil. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of sea salt. And yes, you do need the salt to tie all the flavors together here. And now it's just a matter of bringing this to a boil and then let it simmer for quite some time until the consistency starts getting better. You could add pectin here if you want to make a real thick jam consistency at the end. You could also use gelatin, but gelatin comes from is boiled animals basically, whereas pectin is from the rinds of citrus fruits. But we don't want to do that. We are going to go for a little bit, just boil it in until the consistency is thick, but not that super dense jam consistency. And by the way, regarding pot, go with a big diameter low-walled pot here so you get faster evaporation instead of a narrow high-walled. This will make it go faster. But I'll get back to you when this is at a boiling point. Now we have this at a nice boil. Now we want to reduce this to a simmer. And trust me, if you have a cold, this will clear your sinuses in no time. I mean,
yeah, because you're cooking pepper spray there. I mean,
it's really potent. It's really potent. It is like pepper spray, as you say.
Wow.
But down to a simmer, and then we let it go for maybe half an hour, 45, until the peppers, they are super soft. Now we've been at it for about 45 minutes and our peppers, they are super soft as you can see, and the liquid has reduced quite a bit. So now we're going to switch it off and let it cool down just a little bit before we blend it. There we are. Just took down the temperature a little bit, but still warm, because you want to put it in the jars when it's still warm. We go in with our immersion blender here, but we don't want to make it totally smooth. We want to have some texture left in this, so we give it. Ooh, it smells good. There we are, beautiful consistency. Now all that's left to do is to put it in our sanitized jars and let it cool down so we can give it a taste. Here we are with our beautiful jam, and the consistency is perfect. You see, thick but not too thick in my opinion. If you want the thick, really thick jam thing, put pectin. We talked about that before. First I want to give it a taste as it is, just to see how spicy this is. So, and I'm gonna go careful here because this is, I know it's spicy. Woo! That carries heat, trust me. This is not for you, I'm sure.
For sure
but
not.
For you out there who likes hot sauce and spicy sauces, this is perfect. But now I want to try it for what it was intended for. Some butter roasted toast, a nice little piece of cheese here. What is this? With pepper?
And herbs, yeah.
And herbs. And then we put a little bit of dollop of this on top.
Wow.
And there you have it. That little dollop gives so much flavor. It's so flavorful, it's fruity, it's nice. It's not too spicy for me. It's an excellent habanero chili jam. You can use this in your barbecue sauce. A spoon of this when you make your homemade barbecue sauce, it will lift it to a whole new level. Perfect, perfect chili jam.